What's going on, guys? Jim the Game Guru, your video game and board game nerd. In this video, I want to kind of just voice my opinion on some of the games that I saw on the Nintendo Direct. There was actually one particular game that I feel stole the Direct, and a bunch of them that were kind of a-okay. Some cool features, I guess, that popped up in the video. But let's go through them on rapid fire. If you guys are new to this channel, please consider subscribing. So let's start off with, obviously, Smash Brothers. There's Pyra in her alternate form of Mithra. Absolutely love Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And the anime characters that are in there and just their voice, the voices that they used in the game. Fantastic game. If you've never played that game, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, that Smash Brothers Pyra character had me thinking it was an add-on to Xenoblade Chronicles, and nope. Nope, I just started dying laughing when I saw it was Smash Brothers related. Okay, so Project Triangle Strategy looks like a pretty cool strategy game. It's one of those tactical games, kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics back in the day. I mean, there's a bunch of these types of games that come out, but I love the aesthetics in there. I like the way the graphics look with like the glowing effects on the spells and stuff when they're engaged in their combat. There were a few that weren't a whole lot of descriptions about or really details. Like Fall Guys was just, it looked super cute, but it was kind of bizarre with all these guys on the screen just jumping around everywhere. World's End Club, I really didn't get too much from that video. There was Outer Wilds, which looks like a space, 3D space kind of roguelike, I guess. You're exploring around for 20 minutes or whatever before the sun explodes. I got the feeling that it was probably like a roguelike type of game, but I'm not sure. There wasn't too much into that. All right, Famicom Detective Club. Man, you know how the people say that there's a Switch tax every time there's a game ported to the Switch, or some kind of Switch tax that gets added? I feel like there's also an anime tax. There's an anime tax. This game looks like, man, like a talking simulator. Like these games where you have like these dating simulators, these point-and-click adventures, or these talking simulators, and then whenever a game has an anime just shoved with it, there's always like this anime tax, which increases the value of the game by $20 immediately. Oh, what, anime's in there? $20 more. I feel like this game is not. I mean, if it was sold without the anime characters and the anime aesthetics, then it probably should only go for like $10 or $15 the most, but I'm sure that's probably going to go for like $30, $40 or even higher. But yeah, there's like this huge anime tax with a lot of these games, and I love anime. It drives me nuts when boring games have massive price tags because of the anime inside of it. All right, so Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, no surprise there. Any game that's super amazing on the Wii U that, well, people didn't play the game because it was the Wii U and hardly anybody bought the Wii U system. So obviously they're going to port Skyward Sword to the Nintendo Switch. It makes sense. I think it's going to sell well. And hey, it's Zelda. And it's one of the only few Zelda games I have not played because on the Wii U, and I did not have the Wii U. I had the Wii, just not the Wii U. All right, Samurai Warriors 5. I love the aesthetics of that game. It looks amazing. But it's another one of those games where you're just a single dude on the playing field, and you have this story you're going through, and you're just battling like thousands of dudes on the field. Just like Dynasty Warriors, the One Piece Warriors, Hyrule Warriors. It's all, I feel like those type of games are becoming very similar. So I'm wondering how much different that's going to be, but Samurai Warriors 5 is probably going to be one of those games, so I'm just going to wait, not going to even think about buying on day one, and just wait until it dips down to $10 one day. Legend of Mana, really, really cool. I love the remake on that. I'm excited for that. I like, it's kind of interesting how they have the characters all pixelized, but then the backgrounds are all very smooth looking. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Mana series. What else we got here? Monster Hunter Rise. We already knew about this game. It has been already mentioned before. And they had quite a few games in this Direct that they've already mentioned. And it drives me nuts when they come back to when they create a new Direct and they mention the same stupid game over. So Monster Hunter Rise, no surprise. and there's a demo. I played the demo. I had it on video. It's pretty. It's really pretty. It plays well. I love the twin characters, those twin female characters that have like these elven ears. They look so freaking cool in that game. And there's actually an interesting mode in this game where they were showing it off in the direct where there's multiple big creatures at once coming in and invading and fighting them off. And then they use the word calamity in there. What is the deal with calamity? What's up with calamity? I feel like that's the Nintendo Switch word of the year. Calamity this, calamity that, calamity, 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 calamity. Like, I'm so sick and tired of hearing about calamity. I'm waiting for people to use in their normal, like, dialogue. My day was so tough, so much calamity. I just, yeah. So, next, what do we got? Tales from Borderlands. This one kind of surprised me. Now, I know Telltale Games had some financial issues, and they had The Walking Dead. They did their Batman one. They also had the Tales from Borderlands. I'm actually surprised that this is coming across because I thought they were dead. I thought they had financial issues and they were... I mean, I don't know if somebody revived them from their brink of destruction or if someone just bought them out or whatever. Let me know in the comments if you know what happened to Telltale Games and how in the hell this game is coming out to the Switch now. Ninja Gaiden Collection looks cool. Never played it. Apparently it's ports of the game. You get all three in a bundle, and I'm almost positive it's going to be $60. Anytime you have three big games like that go into in a collection, they're always going to charge the maximum price. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you ever played Ninja Gaiden, any one of those Ninja Gaiden games. Capcom, here we go. Capcom just ruffled my feathers on this one. But they decided to come out with another ROM collection. Geez, what is up with these Konami and Capcom and Square Enix when they're coming up with these old, super old games, like Super Nintendo games or super old arcade games or whatever, and they're dumping them into these overpriced ROM collections. And I have a feeling Capcom is going to make this $40 probably or some ridiculously priced collection for old games that you can easily find on the net for free and use an emulator or something, an emulation device. And I know, oh, well, don't say emulation, don't say pirating and all this. Yeah, I get that. But if you don't want to go that route, then just go find some of these mini systems like TurboGrafx 16 Mini, Sega Genesis Mini, maybe find some of the classic NES systems on eBay or whatever. The Neo Geo arcade stick has a lot of old ROMs in there too. Don't waste your money on this Capcom ROM collection that they're going to be pushing out. I hate those. I hate those packages. Because they overcharge on nostalgia. They take your nostalgia and they just the same damn games and they just put an emulator behind it and then they'll just overcharge on it. It's stupid. Stubbs the Zombie. This one looked absolutely terrible. I mean, like. No, I'm hoping that I'm wrong. I'm hoping that it comes out and Stubbs the Zombie is actually a good game. But based on what I saw of the gameplay, the graphics, and everything in that direct, Stubbs the Zombie did not look good at all. No More Heroes 3, I'm not really sold on that game. I can't tell if it's going to be way better than the version 1 and 2. They showed a little bit more this time instead of just the animation cinematics parts of the game. They showed more about that, more involving the actual gameplay. But I'm still not quite sold. I think it's going to be another game that I probably will not buy on day one. Probably wait till later on when it dips in price. Neon White. This one looked actually pretty interesting. A very, very cool artistic look to it. It kind of reminds me of some of the other games that have just come out recently. I think it's Ghost Runner. Is it Ghost Runner, the one like you're running with the blades? You're just like it's first person. You're just running really quick and slicing and shooting little enemies and stuff. But I can't tell if it's multiplayer or if it's all just single player in the story and you're running through these and there's these other main characters trying to shoot you or what. But it looked really cool. Like I love the artistic part of this game. It's my concern there in this game is the gameplay. What else? We got DC Superhero Girls. I think the overall world looked cool. I can't tell if it's a 3D cartoon world. But some of the enemies and some of the action that I saw in the direct didn't look too hot. So I think this is going to be one of those games where it's either a super mega bust or it could actually be a decent game. I don't think there's any in between with that game. Plant vs. Zombie, which looks like another like arena. You're in an arena shooting up a bunch of enemies. I can't tell if that's PvE or if it's got PvP in there too. I mean, it may have both modes. I'm not sure, and I can't tell if this is a port. This may be a port that moved over. I'm not certain, or if it's brand new. There's Apex Legends, which is another battle royale. And I'm getting so sick of battle royales. I cannot believe battle royales have not died out yet. But I guess people love them. I mean, they just keep coming out, these battle royales. I mean, obviously Apex Legends was out on PlayStation 4 already, and I believe the PC. So it's making its port onto the Switch just like Overwatch did. Miitopia, Nintendo's bringing back the Mii characters from the Wii and creating a game with that. It looks like possibly you can play with friends in there. Very cute looking. I don't know if it's going to be any good. You really can't tell from that video. Then there was Star Wars Hunters. There was a little tease for Star Wars Hunters. Got me all excited, and then all of a sudden it's like, no soup for you. It didn't even show any of the gameplay, nothing. So I'm left wondering, is that game going to be like a Battlefront type of game or something where you're out in this big field with all these enemies and you're swinging away and having combat with everybody and hunting people down, or is it going to be like a Star Wars battle royale where you're hunting each other down? I have no idea. They absolutely showed nothing with that game. Then they ended off with Splatoon 3. I feel like they showed Splatoon 3 just a little too soon, and I think Nintendo's getting themselves into some really hot water with something. Like I don't know. I feel like they're just opening their mouths just a little too soon. Like they did it with Metroid 4, they did it with Breath of the Wild 2, and then they've done it with Splatoon 3. I think, yeah, I mean, obviously you want to mention something earlier to create a little bit of hype, but I feel like it was too soon for Splatoon 3. I feel like this is something they should have mentioned in. I mean, they didn't show any gameplay of it. They just showed like cinematics. And I feel like this game, they should have mentioned it probably in August or September, because they only had 2022 as the date. So you don't know when in 2022 is coming out. And then like with The Legend of Zelda, when they were like, oh yeah, we have nothing for Breath of the Wild 2 to show you. Well, you wouldn't have had to say that if you didn't show a Breath of the Wild 2 trailer in your previous shows. Apparently it's nowhere near being done. I'll be surprised if Breath of the Wild 2 makes it this year. I will. I mean, if it does, if it makes it this year, it's going to be during the holidays at the very last possible moment. Probably within like early December or something, if it makes it this year. But I won't be surprised if they push it off to next year. And then Metroid 4 is like missing in action. They had the whole debacle with the studios, and I feel like Metroid 4, they mentioned that way too early. They should have waited until they figured out things before they're mentioning some of these games. But yeah, so all of those, some games kind of cool, a lot of these are kind of some of them that I just, you can't tell. But there's one game that stole the show, and that is Mario Golf. I think Mario Golf by far was the best game on the Direct, and I am going to leave this video now with my direct reactions to Mario Golf. Oh my god! No way! Yes! Oh my gosh, it's been a while. That's awesome. That looks beautiful. Holy shit. Okay, this is so far the best game of the Direct. And yes, I know it's another Mario game, and people are going to be like, oh, it's another Mario game. Of course, Nintendo's first-party games are Mario this and Mario that. But this looks really good. I love Mario Golf. That's awesome. I wonder how many courses they're going to have in this. Oh, here we go. There's another course. It's like a desert or... Yeah, a desert course. Oh, you can hold like a golf club and use the motion controls? That's awesome. That is awesome. What is this? They're running around.
There are several modes with new elements that
What?
bring the heat to Mario.
Oh, is this like a rush golf where you gotta rush and speed golf? Yeah. Oh my God, that is awesome.
Everyone tees off at the same time.
I think they had something like this in if I'm not mistaken, didn't they have something like this on Hot Shots Golf for the PS4?
Outpace your opponents.
Well, I can't remember if they still called it Hot Shots on the PS4,
Make use of dashes and special shots.
where it was all speed golfing.
Oh, did we mention?
Oh, that town looks fantastic.
As a Mii character,
Nice, and a story mode to it. Oh yeah, this looks really good. This looks awesome. Hells yeah. I am definitely buying this. So you guys will definitely see a video from me on this game with gameplay once it's released. Oh my God, if this is gonna be a surprise, oh, don't tell me this is gonna be a surprise release. Like, oh, here you go. Oh no, June 25th. Okay. I thought they were gonna throw a surprise thing. It's available now on the eShop.